Oh, What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Dead Funny Podcast. I'm your host, Chris, joined there my co-hosts, Kelsey and JoJo.
Hey, everybody. How are you? You can't tell me, but I'm going to ask you guys.
That's true. You cannot tell her. Actually, it's not true. You can. It's called the comment section.
Let us know in the comments.
Please, tell me how you are in the comments. I mean that, actually. Go ahead and do that. That'd
Algorithm,
make me so
guys.
happy.
Algorithm. For some stupid fucking reason, it's YouTube's new algorithm. So blow that comment section up. I will fucking talk to you all day. I don't care. I work remote. Throw it down there. I don't give a shit. Let's go. Anyways.
So today is April Fool's Day, and I have to know if you guys fell for any pranks at all today.
No, I did not, but your fucking video this morning was hilarious. It was like early as fuck in the morning. I'm sitting on the couch in my boxers, and all of a sudden, like, Megan comes walking out with Lily, and I'm just dying laughing. And she just looks at me, and I'm like, this video is fucking hilarious. Because, like, at first, Alice is talking, because I know what Farm Simulator is. I've never played it, but I know what it is. I've seen fucking trailers and shit of it. So, especially back when I was trying to do the review block, and I did the truck driving simulator, which was fucking great, by the way. But, so I'm waiting for, like them to like really play it up, like fucking multiple tractors flying at each other and shit. My stupid ass early in the morning did not understand till literally the very end of the video that they were talking about the grass at all. Did not click at all until the very end of the video. And when it did, it was just fucking hysterical to me. Like, I literally was watching, I'm just like, all right, let's see these tractors just running into each other. I'm like, all right, there's still no tractors. Still no tractors. Then it started talking about, like, and fighting off the cows. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe the cows are going to start going at it. And then they're just eating the grass. And I'm like, I'm thinking there's going to be a lot more to this than there actually is. And then it starts talking about, like, how many players and that you can grow at different levels, da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, ha! It's the grass! Oh, my God! And it was so funny to me. It was so funny to me. So I was like, that was a good one. That was a good one.
It cracked me up this morning. For everybody else, I forgot. I should actually go. I'm trying to go find it real fast. I sent everybody a farming simulator, grass growing simulator, battle royale reveal trailer, and I don't know who put it out, but my God, it was just. It was the most. It's the only April Fool's thing that I saw all day, and it was one of the first things I saw this morning. I was just like, grass growing. That's nobody would. It's April Fool's.
Fucking same. And it actually kind of sucks that James isn't here, but when we started, so for those of you who are watching this, you've obviously seen at this point that we've been releasing content pretty consistently now throughout the week, and this was a push that we were going to do for April, and it just so happened that the 2 weeks before April also ended up working out with certain content. That being said, now that we're back in the full swing of things, whenever I was first discussing this with James about my plans for Q2, he goes, you do realize, like, the first day content would come out would be April Fool's Day, right? And I was like, fuck it. Oh, well, I mean, we're just going to go for it. So whenever I started posting stuff about it on the Twitter, I was like, I wonder how many people are going to be like, I don't know if I should really pay attention. Is he being truthful? Is this an April Fool's? Haha, gotcha. And, like, all of a sudden the DFU is going to be gone and they're going to be down to, like, just a podcast a week. Like, and I was like, oh, I don't know how this is going to play out. And I was like, well, thank God the fucking game night came out with it. Because then I can be like, hey, here's a show you haven't seen since, like, the fucking first one we did. So here you go. Oh, man. But yeah, I guess since it is April Fool's, I guess a good way to do this, if you can remember, what would be the best April Fool's prank that you got by? Overall, like throughout your entire life of April Fool's days, what would be the top one that got you? While you guys are thinking, since I already have mine on my head,
Sure.
would be whenever they made that fucking Zelda movie trailer, and it was a bunch of fucking fans that made it, but it was good enough to be a live action Zelda movie trailer. And my dad saw it first, and he knew it was April Fool's. And me being a young kid and so excited that one of my favorite video games of all time was getting a movie, I was just too gullible to believe that even though it was like coming soon on April 1st, I was so fucking thrilled. I was like, that came out today? It came out today? And my dad was just like, you don't get it? And I was like, we got to go see it. Why are we not leaving? Like, let's go. And he's like, you saw the release date, right? Yeah, it's today, Dad. April 1st. Let's go. And he's like, it's a joke, son. It's a joke.
My favorite part about this is you're being emotionally let down from your excitement, but your dad's just like, yeah, we don't need to save for college. We can use that money on whatever we want.
Exactly. 100%. 100%. Oh, man. But yeah, that would probably be the biggest one, and I'll never forget that fucking day. I went back and watched that trailer multiple times just to try to, kill the last part.
Relive that moment.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't really have friends at any point in time that did anything for April Fools.
Really? That was like a trend with my friends. It was always like, what can we do to get something over on the other person? Like, and it was always stupid because it's like everybody fucking knows. Like even coworkers would try to do it too. Like, I'm not coming in today. And then
wait. So yeah, I guess the best one that ever got me was at work. Somebody sent at work pre-COVID. We have free food all the time, and so they'll send out a message and just be like, hey, free food, here's where it is, and you can run up there and go grab it, and if you make it there fast enough, you're good. And so the only one that ever got me, I guess, was somebody who was like, hey, free food, here's where it is, and I showed up, and I was the first one there, and they just laughed at me, and there was no food, and I left. And it was very sad. And I was like the only person who apparently fell for it. You can lure me with free food. That is what we have discovered today.
Man, that's fucking funny.
I think I'd forgotten my lunch that day too, so I was genuinely hungry, and I definitely get hangry, and so I was hungry, and then when everyone was laughing at me, then I got pissed about it, and I'm like, no, you can't be pissed where they can tell. You just have to ha ha, isn't this funny? And scuttle away and be seething mad on your walk back to your desk where no one can see you.
These motherfuckers.
Assholes. I expected them to be sorry, we don't have anything, but we at least have this protein bar, here you go, kind of thing, as a way of making it up to me. Nope, there was none of that. There was just no food and laughing people.
What about you, JoJo? What would be the biggest one that got you?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I feel like there's something I'm blanking on. I'm trying to look up. Blizzard used to do them all the time that were really funny, for World of Warcraft and Diablo, but I can't think. So one that sort of tricked me this past week is the Teletubbies were put out a thing. It's we're coming out with a cryptocurrency, Tubby coin. And
I would legit think that was real. Yeah, I would legit.
A day or two ago, they were hyping it up a day or two ago. So it wasn't on my mind yet. They're I should be on the lookout for jokes. And then today I was haha, we're kidding. It's a thing for charity and not real. But then there was some weird guy replying to them who was oh, you just announced you were releasing a unverified security. I'm contacting the SEC to get you guys shut down. Because no one will read the actual text that said it was a joke. So people were actually confused.
It's SEC
not a real cryptocurrency.
It's not going to enforce shit about that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So some of these are. Sometimes they do these things, and
I don't think that guy understands how cryptocurrency works personally. So
yeah. There's another thing, I guess.
We could literally
Volkswagen
make a fucking dead funny coin tomorrow if we fucking wanted to. It doesn't mean it's going to do anything, but
yeah, I guess. I don't know.
We literally just saw one the other night that it's called shit. Literally, it's called shitcoin.
Yeah.
And it's all why don't you invest your money in a bunch of shit? I think that's the best slogan I've ever fucking heard in my life. I almost threw some money in it just because the fucking slogan. I was like, let's go, dude. Let's go. I'll invest in some shit.
I mean, why not? Right? All you need is to trick enough people into investing in it, and then you have to be the least dumb person, so you get out first.
Yep.
There you go.
That
You
or it
guys
just
are
keeps
reminding
going and you
me.
just make so much money off that interest, dude. Oh gosh.
You guys are reminding me of the all the GoFundMe's for people that are just like, we're young, we're hot, and working just doesn't seem to like working isn't the right lifestyle for us. So give to our GoFundMe so we can continue living our ideal lifestyle in Bora Bora. And it's like there are people that actually can mostly survive that way because people are just like, "Ha, that's funny. I want to be young, hot, and live in Bora Bora." And it's like, then don't pay for them to be young, hot, and living in Bora Bora. Like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
You make no sense.
It's nuts. Oh man. Good old
Also,
fucking
there are people
cryptocurrency.
in there that genuinely like you're gonna go broke because they need money for their medical bills. So
There's that too. Yeah, a reason why GoFundMe was created was more for helping people versus the latter.
versus being hot in Bora Bora.
I mean, to be fair, like all those, Bora Bora people have probably all moved to like a Twitch platform at this point or fucking Patreon. There's more legit ways for them to get paid now versus GoFundMe. So, oh well, is what it
That's
is.
true.
I guess. Is what it is.
I don't know how the streaming Wi-Fi is in Bora Bora though. I don't. It might not be good.
Yeah, that's fair.
Most people use Bora Bora as a baby making location, not a streaming location. I would think.
Who fucking knows? 5G, baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
5G hotspots. You've got New York, you've got San Francisco, you've got LA, and you've got Bora Bora.
Bora. It just made sense, Fucking throw it all the way out there. Why not?
See, it seems crazy, but the demand was there. Like, all right.
Yeah, I think it's only up. Go ahead.
Last year, the developers of this Monster Boy game announced that they were releasing a game based on the DuckTales cartoon.
DuckTales, dude.
It turned out, then they were like, haha, not really. It was a joke, but like it looked really real because they had actually worked on it and just didn't get it approved. So it was maybe their like backdoor way of trying to like
get like drum up interest so they could make it happen.
It or something. But it turned out to just get people's hopes up and then be a lie, which like.
Let me tell you something.
Really
that shit is dangerous.
Yeah.
That shit is
Sometimes
dangerous.
that stuff just sucks.
And the reason why that shit is dangerous is that exact goddamn trailer that got me so many years ago literally made me disbelieve until Ryan Reynolds came out and said something about it. Of the fucking Deadpool animated footage. I refuse to believe that that was anything as far as even an idea of a studio possibly making a Deadpool movie. I was like, nah, this is all fan made. It's fucking fake. I don't know how they did Ryan Reynolds. That dude's a great fucking impersonator. Like, no, this is forever. I was like, this is fake. And then Ryan Reynolds was like, yeah, no, it's definitely our test footage. Glad that somebody leaked it because, it got us the movie. And I was like, holy shit, it was real. Like, the little me was just like, I've been betrayed once already. No, I won't fall for it a second time.
Like how your tiny little heart's and like, I've been hurt too much in this world. I can't hope for things.
Speaking of being hurt, fuck. It's still on my Twitch page, and it's probably going to be leaving soon because I think my videos are only up for 14 days. But I finished Spider-Man, finally. After I downloaded it to my PlayStation 5, and I fucking was definitely fucking crying at the end of that game. God damn. That shit was tugging at my heartstrings. Oh my god, it was so fucking sad. The game's so good though.
I own it. I haven't played it yet, so don't tell me the ending.
Not Miles Morales, the first one.
The first one, yeah. I wanted to hurry up and finish it because my issue is that and I talked about this in Slack. I don't know if I talked about this on a podcast about the whole like how fucking Sony does their fucking PlayStation Now bullshit. No, maybe ring a bell.
Maybe.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't think you mentioned it on podcast.
So basically,
your save file off the thing. Yeah.
Okay, so I did mention it on the podcast. Okay,
yes.
Sweet. So basically, I started playing the game again and started all the way from fucking scratch, which really didn't bother me because once again, I really do enjoy the game. It's a great game. And then I got my PlayStation 5 and I was like, oh, it would be cool since I don't have any PS5 games to play if I could play my PlayStation 4 games on my PS5. Because I honestly didn't even know if it was backwards compatible because I just literally was trying to stay away from all PlayStation 5 like information because I knew how bad the scalping was and I was really hoping that I wasn't gonna have to deal with this in order to get closer to a Final Fantasy game. So I was just like, and then fucking Square Enix is like, fuck you, Chris, fucking Integrate's coming out way before anything else. And I was like, shit. So then I had to deal with it. But anyways, so I didn't even know it was backwards compatible. And I looked at it like, oh yeah, it's backwards compatible. And the fucking way to get all your shit off your 4 onto your 5 was so fucking easy and so fucking fast. It was amazing. I was like, why did it take us this long to get to here? Like, holy shit. All I did was just turn on my PS4. I didn't even turn on the TV. You didn't even turn on it's just turn it on and that's it and walk away. They just have to be hooked up to the same internet. That's it. That's all I gotta do. And then you just do the rest of it from PS5. It took me 5 minutes. And I had everything that was downloaded on my PS4 on my PS5. 5 fucking minutes. I was like, no way. Anyways, so then I went and played Spider-Man. And so I was like, fuck it. Got my PS5 in here. I'm fucking streaming and shit. Let's go ahead and just knock out Spider-Man. And man, I was not prepared for that. The game was so good though. Game was so good. I can't express enough how much I enjoyed every single fight. Just how good it feels with the web sling. I think this is the first time in any Spider-Man game we've actually gotten it right.
Well, did you play that game based on the second Spider-Man movie? Spider-Man 2 is like where they really nailed it. And then
the Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, and then they fucked it up for like Spider-Man 2 for like the GameCube. We're talking like.
Oh, well, you said based off the second. Oh, do you mean like the actual like Spider-Man 2 movie?
Yeah,
the second series, the second like Spider-Man
game based on the movie
so
Spider-Man.
Tobey Maguire.
Yes.
Okay. No, I have not because
that was
it's all trash to me.
For a million years until this new Spider-Man game. That was the apex of web swinging technology. It is the thing that when these guys were developing their game, they looked at that game like, we need to get that back because people kept fucking it up for years.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay. Fair enough.
But this one's great too. Yeah.
I mean, Shattered Dimensions was good. I just it wasn't open enough for you to really like web sling. It's really linear. It's like you need to deal with like this specific part of the game. Like, you know, like you're always like in a building or fucking like if you're outside, it's like you got like a block to fucking do what you need to do with missions wise. Like this was like full on New York, which I will say this about them fucking PlayStation 5 loading times. Holy shit. I absolutely refused to use the fast travel to locations because of how long it took those fucking loading screens on the PS4 to go from place to fucking place. Like, and you're talking like 5 minutes. You wait like fucking 5 minutes. On the PS5, it's like 30 seconds. I was like, holy shit. Like, I literally would just web sling my ass all the way across fucking New York to get to where I was going because I was like, I'm not going to wait on that. I'm not going to wait on it. But no, like I said, it's a lot of fun. And I just actually started the DLC too, which that's going to get put on hold because my latest stream of Final Fantasy 2, I realized that I am way too underleveled where I'm at. So I have to do some farming. I literally, last night's stream, probably the shortest stream I've done in a while. I think it was like 45 minutes and it was solid. When that episode hits Dead Funny, I'm probably just going to make sure it's like its own thing. It's just me getting my ass handed to me over and over. And I've never watched a video of myself and was like, man, I'm fucking defeated. Like there's so many times where I'm just like I mean over like I had no fucking I thought Asuna like would heal everything. I didn't know that it didn't fucking heal stone back in the older fucking games. So if you don't have Golden Needle, which I only had one, I ran into the same enemy like fucking 15 times and it would just stone my entire team. So then I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. I'll just let them kill them. That's not how that works. When they're stoned, they only fucking focus on the one person that's not stoned. And if they kill the one person that's not stoned, it counts as all the other people are dead because they're stoned. They can't fucking move. I was like, fuck me, dude. Like I literally couldn't do anything. I had to save every time I want to fight. Every time I want to fight, I had to save because I was like, okay, I've moved like 5 feet, save, and now I can move another 5 feet. And Final Fantasy 2, I love you to death. The story has been great. I'm so glad I'm reliving it again because I fucking forgot a lot of it. The one thing I did forget that I hated about the game to begin with is this stupid motherfucking empty rooms with thousands of battles. Fuck that, dude. I hate it. I hate it because it's not like you open a door and then you take like one step in, get in a fight, and then you go back out. No, it auto pushes your character like fucking 8 steps into the room, and then you fight every 2 steps on the fucking way back. And you're just like, bro, why? 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 And every fucking chest almost is a goddamn monster in a box. So it's like, oh, cool, I got an item. And I didn't fucking heal myself because I was like, oh, I'm right next to the treasure chest. I'll just grab this right quick. You fucked up. You might as well heal yourself because guess what? There's always going to be a fucking monster in the box ready to pop out and beat your ass. I was like, fuck me. Last night I was just so defeated. So
Aww.
Quickest stream I've had in a long time. I was like 45 minutes. I was like, I barely made it out of the dungeon. I probably saved like probably somewhere upwards of like 42 times. Like, just to get through this fucking dungeon, because it was like I would die, get all completely stoned, move forward, everybody would get knocked to sleep, and then fucking killed off one at a time. It was fucking stupid. I was so upset, and I was like, clearly, I'm not leveled enough for this. I mean, Furion and them are there, but Maria, because I didn't know that she was magical until like 75% of the way through the fucking game, so I'm like, these motherfuckers are hitting me with like fire level 10 and ice level 10 and flare level 10, and I'm hitting them with like fire level 2 and shit, and it's just like nothing. They're just like, yeah, they're just laughing at me at this point. So it's just like, I just need to walk away. Just need to walk away, go level up some skills. So now I'm like fighting like level 1 shit, and I'm casting every fucking spell I can. I'm throwing protection on, even though I don't need it because the fucking monsters already do 0 damage to me because I'm so fucking over leveled. I'm fucking throwing on shell just to get magical protection, even if they're not magical, just so that way I'm using the spells and I'm upgrading them. I'm fucking hitting them with everything I possibly can. I was like, by the time I go to stream Final Fantasy 2 again, all the spells that I like to use with Maria are going to be level 10. Every fucking single one of them. Like, fuck this, dude. Because it would be a thing where it's like, what can I do to protect myself from it? Throw on shell. I pop shell. Guess what? My shell's like a level 1. So it pops on Maria, and I miss it on Guy, and I miss it on Gordon, and I miss it on Furion. So then I'm spending 4 fucking goddamn turns to sit here and do shell, 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 shell. Then I gotta do another 4 turns of protect, 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 protect. It's like, it's not worth it. It's not. By the time I get everybody healed, or by the time I get everybody protected, they have no life left to protect. They're fucking dead. They're like in like 10 life left, and they're all like crouched down on their one knee like, oh, I'm about to fucking die. And it's like, well, I can cure one of you. Everybody else is dying, though. That's going to happen. And then that one person's going to get attacked by 6 people, and then that person's going to die. So how I made it out of the dungeon, I don't fucking know. Luck. Luck. That's it. It's luck. That's all I got. Luck.
How
and
did the people
strategy of
watching
saving.
you respond to watching you this miserable?
So, as much as I would love to be super fucking popular on Twitch, I'm only popular enough to have one emote, and my emote that I have is a chibi version of Cloud that I found online, and what it is it came from a t-shirt that I wanted to get at one time, which I didn't, which is him standing behind a chocobo, and Deadpool has jumped in and has stolen the chocobo and is riding away on the chocobo. So Chibi Cloud is face palming. That's my emote. It's Chibi Cloud face palming. So everybody's just face palming my chat the entire time and laugh my ass off. And XD, yeah, they were just digging in. Yeah, they saw that I was defeated, and they wanted to make sure they put the nail in the motherfucking coffin.
There's
Yeah.
something that there are so many T-shirts in the world now that there's something so that someone could only have made for you.
I know, so tailored
like,
to me, right? Yeah.
Specific crossover of things. The same way, I have a shirt that's like a Banjo-Kazooie and Simpsons crossover thing. It's like a really niche joke from one episode of that show, and Banjo-Kazooie. It's like, who else is buying this? How is this even a viable business?
I have another shirt. I have another shirt that plays directly to what you were just talking about, where it's like, I want to say it's something about like, we don't play games. Oh my gosh, I can't remember what it is. Basically, it's saying like if you're a gamer, you're a badass or something like that. And on one side, it's got Tyrael from Diablo 2, which is my fucking favorite Diablo character. On the left side, it has Link, and on the top, it has Cloud. And I was like, it's the same thing. What? Who's buying this? Yeah, who is this marketed to? Because it's directly marketed to me right now. Like, okay, who else is buying this shirt?
Link and Cloud, there's like a connection.
There's a connection, but Tyrael from fucking Diablo?
What? Yeah. Out of real left field. Weird. Yeah.
See, what I love is the ones that I'm getting on Facebook right now, which are like, I'm a girl from state,
Oh,
and
those
I have, and I'm full of this emotion, and this emotion, and my husband is from this state, and he's full of this emotion, and this emotion, and this emotion, and if you hit on me, he'll kill you. And I'm just like, you clearly have done data mining and now know everything, except my husband's not going to kill anybody if they flirt with me. Like,
I've seen that
he's
shirt a
not
couple
gonna do
times
that.
too, because at the very bottom in like the fine print it says, "And yes, he bought this shirt for me" or some shit like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know
yeah.
what you're talking about. Yeah.
There's a
My
couple of those.
husband's an ophthalmologist, and he's from Kentucky, so you'd better not touch me.
Exactly. Or he'll gouge out your eyes. Yeah, like
I mean, it's just like AI making those shirts at that point.
I also love when they get them wrong, and it's so insane. It's like, my husband's from California and he drinks whiskey and likes big trucks, and if you flirt with me, he'll kill you. And I'm like, you have 0% of that correct. Like, but it's cute to watch them try.
Or like they make those where it's just like it makes sense for some professions, but they just have a bot that like puts every profession there. So it's like my job's a doctor, but you might call me hero. But then it'll also say like my job's a dog beautician, but you might call me hero. And it's just like please put any effort into it.
One
Yeah,
of the ones that I
absolutely.
saw, one of the ones that I saw that I actually liked was and at the first time when I first saw it, I thought it was real. So it's like this chick and she's holding a fucking quilt, and you guys have probably seen it as I'm talking about it, but she's holding a quilt. She's like outside on her front porch, and it had like all this Final Fantasy shit all over it. And I was like, first off, I was like, Final Fantasy quilt looks dope. I was like, and that chick's
Yep.
hot. And then it was like, as time went by, it was like, now she's holding a Zelda quilt in the exact same pose, in the exact same location. Now she's holding a Diablo quilt in the exact same pose, exact location. I was like, I see what I fell for here. You got me. You lured me out with the chick. God damn it. They got me. But yeah, no, those things are, yeah, they're weird. And it's so funny too, because like whenever I first see it, I'm like, oh wow, that shirt would be perfect for me. And I'm just like, duh. Like, obvious. Duh.
Yeah. They know what you Google.
Just a little bit, yeah. Just a little bit. Yeah, I think like one of my favorite things about me working for a liquor company for a short stint was like whenever I first started working there, it was like I didn't drink liquor at all. And just to see like within 2 weeks of me working there, it was giving me like commercials for like the brands that I was talking about. And it was like, Jesus Christ, man, it's so crazy to know like how much your phone actually listens to you. It's like I'm just scrolling through Twitter and it's all like, have you tried the new Maker's Mark Derby edition? And I'm like, well, it's fucking heard me talk about Maker's Mark a lot, so it fucking knows that I like Maker's Mark. Da, 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 da. So
Yeah, it's
with
Go
like,
ahead.
I think it's Google where you can like check what their ad profile of you is. Like they'll just show you the categories of things they think you're interested in and things that they think describe you. And for me, and so it's like, oh, you're a student, you're mid-level income, you're whatever. And mine, it's like a lot of accurate stuff. Then also it thinks I'm like a single woman. Like they somewhere along the lines they screwed. I have sent some weird messages with my activity that I don't understand.
some like
But
getting
also,
a lot of
like,
Ben and Jerry's promotions.
but also it thinks I like jazz or something. Like some of it gets really confused. I don't know.
I mean, to be fair, like I'm not trying to profile you here or anything, but you look like a guy that would be like, you know what, I could play some jazz. You look like a guy
Not
that could play
unfair.
some jazz. Yeah,
I
I'll give
that's
you
I
that.
wanted to play saxophone as a kid because I thought jazz was cool at the time. I got over it, but
Now I'm hoping you just get flooded with nothing but like used saxophone fucking ads and shit like
yeah,
that.
I couldn't make the sound come out of the thing. I tried like on the day with like try instruments and it just didn't work out.
Oh man.
I turned off. So on Facebook, you can actually turn off the data, and so it will stop using anything. And they're like, when you turn it off, they're just like, you will still get ads. They just won't have anything to do with you. And I'm like,
yeah.
that's totally fine. That's fine, because for a while, being female and my age, it's just like, are you getting married? Are you getting married? Are you getting married? Are you getting married? And I'm like, no. And they're like, are you having babies? And I'm like, I'm not doing that either. And then they're like, well, what could you possibly be interested in? Are you getting married? And it's like, oh, fuck off. So I turned it off. And then like 3 days into turning it off, I got, so Wish shows up on there with like really weird crap.
Yeah.
And I absolutely got an ad for a penis stretcher that you attach to your leg that like, which does zero. And I was just like, who the hell? So I took a picture and sent it to all my friends. I'm just like, so Facebook now has, are you getting married? Are you having babies? Are you a man with a tiny penis? And that's all.
Okay, so here it is. You go to ads, plural, settings.google.com, and it'll show you how your ads are personalized. Like, they think I'm 25 to 34, accurate, male. Actually, they got that. English. And then it's like, here's a bunch of things they think I'm interested in. And it's games, and then jazz is there for some reason. They think I'm a very large employer, which is odd, because I'm not an employer at all. So I don't know like where they get that. But also, the real weird one is they think I'm interested in parenting, but also they think I'm not a parent. So
you're interested in becoming a
like,
parent. You're just not a parent. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't know where they're getting that.
What'd you say you went to?
Adssettings.google.com.
That's what it was. Okay. I forgot the settings part.
Yeah. Just like, and the category is like, they think urban transit is one of them. It's like, I guess, I mean, I have to ride the L sometimes, but I wouldn't say it's like an interest of mine. I don't know. Yeah.
But at the same time, like if you've ever looked up the schedule, like it is something that you have on your radar.
Yeah, sure. Like, I mean, I get where they get that one from, at least. I don't get where they get cycling from. Given that I...
JoJo, I love you dearly. That is never an activity that I would actively be like, you know what, I'm just going to call JoJo and see if he wants to go for a bike ride this weekend.
That's smart. I had a skateboard.
That's funny.
Oh, so that's all. That's a weird diversion.
I didn't know that was a thing that you could actually look up though. Now I'm interested to see
it looks
what
like you have to sign in to see it. Is that correct?
Well, yeah, you have to be signed in because it makes a profile for you.
There's a thing where it's like I was getting some weird YouTube ad, and I was like, "Why the fuck would you think I want to see this thing that they were showing me?" And then I ended up on that page to find out.
So
why.
they think you're into parenting.
For this big thing, I think it was because I'm a young male.
Ah.
In the States. You know, it was a political sort of thing that I think they were targeting toward young males, and they got the wrong one.
Wow. It's such a long fucking list. Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, like, they just must realize I looked up music at some point, and they just list every genre of music, I think, because, like, blues and jazz and metal, like, none of that is stuff I'm actually listening to. It should just be, like, alternative rock. Or
you know, I bet you anything.
Oh
like,
my
one
God.
day you were probably just like, what is, like, Coltrane, what is his first name? And that's like, you Googled that, and they're just like, this man is into jazz.
Yeah. My like Spotify end of the year list was like, here's the top genres you listen to. It was just 3 different ways of saying I listen to the Strokes a lot. Like, so the thing where they're like, here's a bunch of variety of, Google doesn't know anything. They're dumb. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're dumb.
What were you laughing about, Chris? I talked right over you.
One of the top things for me is accounting and financial software, and it's because of fucking stocks and shit like that.
I love it.
I mean, it's got me pretty well. It's got me pretty well. I mean, male, 25 to 34, language English, top content I like to watch, Rooster Teeth, right on YouTube. Top place I like to buy clothes, which would be fucking Teespring. Makes sense. Mm-hmm. All my Clouded Blade Dead Funny t-shirts, which, by the way, store. Anyways, top place I like to buy my games, G2A. One of my top outlets I like to go to as far as like an electronic store is Best Buy. The one time I tried to eat healthy, whenever I had a subscription through HelloFresh. So.
God, I can't. I got a subscription through, like, I wanted to try it out, Scott and I, and the food there is so not healthy that I can't. I just can't.
I did Freshly for a little bit as well, and the food was okay. But my problem is they had way too many delivery issues. So, like, there would be times where, like, obviously if it's a holiday, they don't send out notifications to let you know whether or not they're going to be delivering or not. Because some of them they deliver, some of them they don't have a schedule out. They might now, because I tried them whenever they were a lot more newer, I guess. And so it would be like, oh, by the way, like midway through the week when you're waiting the day of your delivery, it's like, oh, by the way, you have no meals coming this week because, we're not going to be in for the holiday. And it's like, you realize like how much planning goes into meal prep, right? Like you literally have just destroyed like my fucking week at this point. It's fucking crazy. And then it's like sometimes like the person I was living with at the time was also on it. So like sometimes she would get her box, I wouldn't, or I would get my box, she wouldn't. And then it's just like, oh yeah, we don't know what happened. The driver must have not noticed it and they don't go back out. So you won't get a shipment until your next shipment. It's like, what? Like there was a lot of issues with them. So it took like, I hate being that person who like, I guess because I worked retail so long, I'm not a big fan of like I want a refund type person. Like I'm not a fan of that kind of person. I've dealt with them all my life. So I'm not that kind of person. And they fucked up like 2 orders in a row. And lady's like, well, I'll give you your refunds for these 2 orders. I was like, I don't want the refunds. I just want to cancel my account. I was like, this has been like 5 times, honestly. I was like, but these 2 times have been like real recent. You fucked me over for like a half a month. Like I can't depend on you for like literally food, like substance that I need.
Yeah.
Like once again, it takes a lot of time to meal prep whenever you go from having a service that does it for you to you going, fuck, now I need to go to the grocery store. I need to get all these groceries. I need to come home. I need to make all this stuff. I need to package it all up. That's a lot of fucking time that you just now got thrown on you out of fucking nowhere. And she just kept going, well, we'll refund you. I don't want the refund. I want to cancel my subscription. Well, if we refund you and then we can make it right. No, I don't want to, like, I don't know how, there's not many people out there that's like, I don't want a refund. It's the same way, because I posted on Twitter now twice where I've ordered food from Buffalo Wild Wings and I ordered nachos, like fucking ultimate nachos, chicken, cheese, all the works, right? And it showed up cold. Who the fuck orders cold nachos? And I don't mean like it was room temperature cold. I mean, it was like someone literally took chicken out of the fridge and threw it on at the end and then was like, cool, call it good. Like cold. And I call up the people and they're all like, do you want a refund? I'm not calling to get a refund. This is the second time this has happened. What the fuck is going on? Who orders cold nachos? That's what I want to know. Who is ordering cold nachos so many times that your chef is like, hey, maybe they want cold nachos. Like how many times does this get ordered? That's what I want to know. Like, fuck me. Or what do I need to do? That's mainly what I say to managers when I talk to them. It's like, what do I need to do to make sure this doesn't happen again? Like, that's what I want to know. And then I always get the same thing. Like, oh, it won't happen again. But it does. Buffalo Wild Wings happened 3 times. Guess who hasn't eaten at Buffalo Wild Wings in fucking months now? This guy. Because guess what? It did happen again. And then I asked you how to stop it from happening a 3rd time. And you told me it wouldn't happen a 3rd time. And guess what? It did happen a 3rd time. So what do you want from me? Like, I try to give you chances to continue to keep getting my money. I don't know.
All you want is nachos.
That's all I wanted. And one of them, out of the 4 days that I stayed up because my significant other was having my first child, it was the one unhospital meal that I was going to have.
Aww.
Was my nachos, because I love that fucking, like, the reason why I love their nachos so much is because the queso and the chicken they use tastes a lot like my favorite Mexican restaurant down south. And it's nowhere else. It's only down south, so I never get to eat there. So it reminds me so much of home, and I'm like, oh, man. So I got so excited to go get the meal, and I get back, and, like, I ordered, like, extra chicken. I was like, I'm going all out. I haven't had nothing but shitty hospital food for, like, 4 days. I'm on the verge of, like, passing the fuck out. I want, like, my meal. I went, picked it up and everything. Didn't order it through a delivery service. Went, picked it up and everything. Got all the way back. That guy was super nice whenever I called and complained about that one. And I was like, you could just hear it in my voice. Like, normally I call him like, hey, let me talk to the manager, da-da-da. I was just like, they're like, hello, Buffalo Wild Wings. I was like, is there a manager on staff? Like, I was so tired. And he's like, are you okay? And I was just like, it's not you. I was like, and I didn't even know really like what to say to him. I was like, I just had my first kid and I haven't slept in like 4 days. And they're both still at the hospital. And I just wanted this one meal. And he goes, Dude, I literally just had my 6th kid. I'm sending you a gift card regardless whether you want it or not. And next time you call and you order your food, make sure you ask for me so I can make sure I make you your meal all right.
Oh,
And he even put like a whole like congratulations thing and stuff in the envelope with the gift cards and stuff that he sent to me. I was just like, I was defeated. I got home, like that was cooked fine. The problem was that I ordered extra chicken. It came with no chicken. There was literally no chicken. And it showed on the receipt that I not only ordered chicken, I ordered double chicken and fucking paid for it. And I was just so defeated. I opened up and it's just chips and cheese. And I was just like,
I just can't. Oh.
Last week I got a burrito from Chipotle. It was supposed to be a steak burrito with no beans. I got a burrito filled with beans and no steak, and I was so depressed.
It's just it's the worst, dude. Especially terrible. When you get it delivered. It's the worst because it's just like, what are you gonna do at that point?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. What are you gonna do?
My amazing husband is the world's most patient person. And in case you're wondering if there's any evidence of that, he's married to me and he has been for years. So world's most patient human being. He went to get Chipotle for us one day. And when he finally came home, an hour after he left, which the Chipotle's really close and Chipotle's fast, right? So in theory, why in the hell is my husband, who wants to be on a date night with me, not at Chipotle, I promise, like taking an hour plus to get home with Chipotle? When he finally walks through, he's like, you are not going to believe. Like, apparently, not only was there a huge line, but the people that were in the line were moving like literally slowly. Like they'd move fine when they weren't making a burrito, but the moment they started making a burrito, like their movement would just decrease 50%. And he's like, I have a date night. I want to be on with my wife. Please make this like burrito for us now, right? Like, and then not only that, but this guy's getting everything wrong. Like he's like, yeah, I'd like steak, and so he just reaches in for the chicken and he's putting it on the burrito, and my husband's like, no, I wanted steak. And he's just like, oh, and like drops the chicken back and then just grabs some steak and like, and so he goes through all of this. And then they finally there's 2 major moments in this story that make me just want to pull my hair out. Poor Scott. They make it to the lettuce and all the vegetables. And he's like, yeah, so can I have some lettuce? And the guy just stares at him and is like, we don't have any of that. And they've got a full thing of lettuce right there. And Scott's just like, and the guy goes, oh, you mean that?
What?
Yes, the lettuce. The lettuce that I asked for is the lettuce that I wanted. He's trying so hard to be nice because he's like, there's got to be something wrong. So the guy finally gets this burrito made, right? And he's wrapping it up, and then the thing splits. And normally when the tortilla splits, they just grab another tortilla and they just like wrap it. Now you've got 2 tortillas. This guy's just like, oh, it's split. And he threw the whole thing away and started over. And Scott's like, I am going to light this place on fire. That's the only time I've ever seen Scott just so angry. And if I ever bring it up, if we're just talking about service in general, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that one time at Chipotle, and he just gets visibly angry every time. It's my favorite.
Good Lord. Yeah, it's nuts. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I just, I'm just upset now because I'm just thinking about the fucking nachos. I'm just like, I want to go back so bad, but I know if I do, I'm going to be fucking disappointed.
Right. Oh, it sucks.
And it's been so many things too recently. Like fucking Popeyes got rid of Cajun rice, and I boycotted them ever since then. So I can't have my fucking Popeyes. I'm like, they're slowly taking away all the restaurants that mean like anything to me. I'm like, why? Fuck. At the end of the day, I'm gonna be left with like McDonald's and Burger King, and I hate both of them. Fuck. Terrible for you. Terrible. I don't know.
Because Popeyes is amazing for you.
Popeyes is great. And if you had their Cajun rice, you can't get it now. That was fucking amazing.
My guess is their Cajun rice is by no means good for you.
I will go on record to say that if I would have continued to be able to eat the Cajun rice, there is a slight chance I could have become immortal. That's all I'm saying. So,
because of the preservatives?
Because it's amazing for you.
I doubt that.
If there was ever an indicator for how good for you it was its taste, which was fucking flawless. So that's what I'm gonna stake that one on. Damn it.
Not how that works, but okay.
I still love the fucking report on that where the dude's like, they got rid of their Cajun rice and their green beans, and we didn't get a chance to say goodbye to the Cajun rice. But the green beans could go straight to hell where they belong. I was like, I've never once went to Popeyes. I was like, can I get a side of green beans, by the way? Like, that's never happened. I honestly forgot it was even a fucking side. So, oh well. And there's been nothing but outrage since the Cajun rice went away, too. So I don't know where this we listen to our customers' feedback came from.
Well, that's what they just have to say for anything, right? Like, you have to say, hey, fuck you guys. It's financially working.
That's why I want to own a restaurant or anything where I could just be that fucking person. I mean, it wouldn't be successful, obviously, but I would love to be that person where it's just like, yeah, I know you like it, but I don't fucking care. Taking it off the menu. Like, I would love to do that. Oh, it'd be so fun.
I bet they will bring it back at some point and say, look, we really listened to you guys. We heard your outcry.
Mm-hmm.
Cajun rice is back.
The worst part is going to be they bring back limited. Yeah.
They're not going to ever bring up the green beans again. But
yeah. It's going to be even worse if it's fucking limited. That's going to be the worst. Like, Cajun rice is back, but it's only limited for a short time.
Yeah.
I hate that stuff. Because I like the little taquitos that come from Taco Bell, and those things only come out for like a month, and then they're just fucking gone. And I'm like, why do you do that? Like, fucking why, dude? You sell them for a goddamn $1.
Keep the damn fries around. That's all.
You like the nacho fries?
Yeah, they're pretty good.
They're pretty good.
Like, their chips aren't very good, I don't think. So, like, having the fries as a side option, I like.
They got pretty cheap chips. I can give you that. That's fair. Yeah. That's fair. I've never worked there to confirm this, but that's fair. I love when they first started doing breakfast. I lived out in this one small town, and like that was like the only like fast food restaurant that was close. And I was like, I'm gonna start having Taco Bell for breakfast. Like, I'm just gonna start doing it. Like, I want to try out their breakfast, right? But Taco Bell serves all their food all day long. So I would go there with full plans to get breakfast, and I would leave with like a chicken quesadilla and stuff like that. So it's like 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm eating a chicken quesadilla and some fucking ground beef tacos.
Hey, why not?
Oh man, fuck it, dude. You're there.
I'm not upset that you're eating dinner for breakfast, because that's honestly my preference. I hate most breakfast food, but it's the fact that you're eating Taco Bell for breakfast, and then my guess is your diet didn't approve from there for the rest of the day, and that's just that took so much off your life.
There were multiple times when I lived out there that I had Taco Bell probably for all 3 meals in a day. There's multiple times. Multiple times.
See, like, you call it the Giles curse. I call it choice. I think there are choices here.
It's so true. That's fair. That's fair. Right before I go on my all carnivore diet. I'm getting so close. I'm so excited. This is the month where I'm easing myself into it too, by the way. Like, I'm 1 meal a day. It can only be just meat.
Why? Is this like some kind of caveman thing?
It's something I've always wanted to try, and a lot of people that I actually like listen to podcast wise and stuff like that have tried it, and like obviously like I'm not jumping on like, oh, Joe Rogan did it, so I got to do it. But like even like somebody like Joe Rogan has done it, and they did like their whole like fitness and showing like, you know, their improvements from it and stuff like that. And I love like his stuff for it, because he's like, I'm not here to promote a carnivore diet plan because that's what you hear from everybody else. I'm here to tell you, I tried the carnivore diet and I had amazing energy the entire time I was doing it. And there are some health problems I had that actually just kind of went away. But I also had like explosive shits for like 2 weeks straight as my body tried to cleanse itself. And he's like, but the problem is, what a lot of people don't understand is like, I'm Joe Rogan. Like, I hunt all the time. So everything he ate was shit that he hunted. He didn't go out and like buy food. That's why he doesn't do any of the meal plans and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I'm just gonna try it for a month. It's not like a permanent thing.
Okay.
I just want to see what
Good.
it's like. It's just a month and to see what happens. And honestly, if it does great things for me, who knows? But I am gonna try it for a month.
Every year, there's at least one group of young men that are just like, we are gonna go on a road trip this summer, and we aren't eating anything that we cannot grill on the front of our hot car. It's gonna be great. There are no chicks, so there are no vegetables. And then, like 4 states in, they end up in the ER for scurvy, and also like other metal related problems because they're just drinking beer and eating steak and doing nothing but that, and that's real bad for all your innards because you're not supposed to eat the same thing day after day, and you're actually not supposed to eat that much protein. So I would encourage you not to do this, but you're not going to listen to me.
I'm not
so
going to listen.
Have fun.
I mean,
lick a
to be
lemon.
fair, there's like dairy and stuff like that I can still have, and it's not just like red meat either. Fish, chicken, stuff like that I can eat. There was something else too that I can't remember. Eggs.
Are you accompanying this with a like high weight, like just lots and lots of weight workouts, or are you just doing your normal day and you're just going to eat only
No,
meat?
I'm gonna be working out too. Yeah, it's 100% working out. Like I would, if I was literally gonna just be sitting around the house, no. And that's the reason why it's gonna be happening next month, because I wanted to give a full solid, at least minimum 2 weeks after my daughter's surgery before I like start going back to the gym again, because I didn't want to bring anything home and get her sick while she's in recovery. So that's why it's happening next month.
You need to be available and not having constant nightmares.
Yeah, that too, you know, where it's like, hey, I need help feeding the kid and she's having a hard time, and I'm just like, sorry, I'm on the shitter. I can't get out there. So
God. Yeah, your poor life partner is going to have to deal with explosive poops from your daughter and you.
I mean,
And
I don't know.
fortunately, she doesn't have to
Andy,
wipe
but...
your ass. But
I
yeah,
don't
but
know.
when you're
We'll see what
crying in
happens.
pain on the floor, like she's supposed to like care and be nice and not just be like, "This is your own fault." Laugh at you and close the door. Like,
I mean, we are getting to the end of the podcast here, but I guess I should say, like, I've had so much diarrhea in my youth. I don't think that it's going to be a problem. I mean, the worst time I ever had was I ate an entire canister, so 50 of the like triple jalapeno Slim Jims in one sitting, literally in one sitting. I have never been on the toilet and prayed at the same time before, but man, that was the day. That was the day. That was the day. Like, I was supposed to be going to a fucking football game and shit like that. And I didn't think I was going to make it out of the bathroom for like the whole weekend, honestly. And then like my grandparents, they literally were like, what can we do? And I was like, go to the store. And I had friends over and shit too. So they're all just sitting here waiting. And this was in a 1-bedroom apartment, by the way.
they're listening to you scream, cry in the other room.
Absolutely.
In utter
I'm
pain.
like, what the fuck is coming out of me? And so I was like, go get me some Pepto. They got me Pepto. I kid you not, 30 minutes, fucking good to go. I live by that shit now. I literally called their helpline to thank them for their amazing product on the way to the football field. I literally called their helpline to sit there and be like, you... And like they answered like, hello. And I was like, yeah, is this people that work with Pepto? And they're like, yeah, we work with Pepto. And I was like, I just want to say your product is amazing. It's a lifesaver. You guys are literally saving lives. You're doing the Lord's work. And they were like, okay.
You continue and explain to them, I'm saying this to you because I was
left
on
it
the toilet
completely mystery.
crying.
Completely mystery. I was like, that person for the rest of their life is going to bring up that phone conversation to their friends and be like,
Yes, they
this
are.
one time this random dude called me and told me because I sell Pepto, I was doing the Lord's work.
I freaking love it.
Let us know in the comments about your diarrhea.
Please don't.
Engage.
The main thing everybody needs to take from this is to invest in shit. Remember, it all circles back.
Yeah, hey.
Did we even talk about that on this podcast? That was ahead of it. Doesn't matter.
No,
No, that was.
It's on it. Yeah, it's on it. Yeah, because the Teletubby thing is what started it.
Structure right there.
Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this podcast up. And how do we always talk about shit? It's me. I don't know why I say we.
It's
It's
you.
me. It's always me. Like, I've talked about shit myself on this podcast so many times. It's fucking ridiculous. But anyways, we're gonna wrap up this podcast. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure you like and subscribe. Also, turn on notifications. That way you get notified next time we upload another video. Hit us in the comment section below. Let us know your thoughts on the variety of shit that we covered in this podcast.
Did you invest in shit?
Oh, man. Twitter and Twitch links below. Actually, I wonder if... Never mind. Twitter and Twitch links below. And remember, have a great rest of your week, and we will see you next time.